Hello, everybody, and welcome back to our weekly show called Crowdsurfing.
Yes.
In which normally we have an esteemed panel sitting up here at this desk. Today we are joined by Mike DeLisio.
Hello.
And Joey Evans. It's dark days ahead.
Yeah, buddy.
I love how he agrees with me. What's wrong with you? You don't understand this bit at all.
No.
Anyway, welcome everybody. Today we're going to be covering or discussing several games on Kickstarter, on Backerkit.
What?
And on Gamefound as well. So we'll show you. We'll discuss our thoughts on it. We'll lightly razz some of them. Okay, there will be light razzing.
There will also be elucidating. We will elucidate a little bit.
Ooh,
is that
I like
a word?
that word, elucidate, to basically open their minds.
Yeah. Let me tell you, there actually had to be a lot of elucidating this week because,
I hear that.
Joey
Speaking
Evans.
of Gamefound, folks, they are a sponsor for this video.
Yes, indeed.
Let's take a look at a little clip that Tom has put together. Here we go.
Today our project is Master of Orion Ad Astra, and you don't have much time. This project's going to end within an hour, so if you want to back it, then you want to pause this and go check it out right now. Masters of Orion, of course, very popular computer game back from the day, and now a board game is here. And I want to jump right down to the end here. They have a bunch of consultants here. Jason Matthews, who designed Twilight Struggle, was involved with this. And you can see they have many different people who are involved with, Masters of Orion and have written books and game designers. And so all of this here brings you a 4X space game that has attacking, diplomacy, technology with very distinct different factions. And you can see here kind of a picture of the entire game. And you can play quite a few players. It goes up to 6 players if you get the expansions with it. And there's a lot of different things you can get here. The Emperor Pledge, the Space Cadet Pledge, the Galactic Explorer Pledge, the Star Seeker Pledge. There's a lot going on in this game. You can even see us play through a couple rounds on the Dice Tower with Jason Matthews. You can see here some of the aliens that you'll play. And having played it, I can tell you that they're really distinct. Not only are they distinct, they look distinct. They have different spaceships for each of the factions and how they're designed and you play out there. So this, like I said, is going to be ending soon on Gamefound, so go check it out right now. That's Masters of Orion Ad Astra.
All right, there we go. Thank you to Gamefound for sponsoring us. And speaking of Gamefound, let me point you to a project currently on Gamefound.
Where?
Before we launch into it on Gamefound. I just said,
Pick of the week. Pick of the week.
See it up there.
this is going to be our own current Gamefound 2025 for the Dice Tower. This is going to have, can we go to this, please?
Oh.
First we have this.
Okay, well, we have the link right
Yes.
there. Gamefound. You can go to supportdicetower.com. I have it on my screen. Our Gamefound. There we go. All right, there it is. This is our own Gamefound, folks. Go check it out. Yes, it's at Support Dice Tower, or you can just go straight to Gamefound, but that link will take you there. You can get all sorts of things, dice and digital rewards and awesome bins in which to keep your bits for your games, stickers and socks, because people love socks. You need socks. All sorts of stuff. Anyway, go check it out. Our theme this year is cryptids. So everything is going to be covered in cool-looking, neat cryptids, including...
Oh, my goodness.
Mothman
So
plush.
cute.
a Mothman plushie. He is amazing,
He's
folks.
pretty cool.
You're going to be wowed when you
Yes.
get your hands on this little guy.
Yes.
All right, there we go. So let's
Joey,
go ahead and...
are you a crew sock guy? You're a colored sock guy. You don't wear white socks.
No,
You don't own white socks.
I do not.
I knew it.
I do
I
fun
knew
ones.
it. Oh, okay. They're not just black dress socks.
No, I use black or brown. I own a lot of the nice ones. I just don't
Yeah.
wear
Is it black or
much.
red?
Black or brown.
Oh, okay.
Black
yeah.
or brown.
I do wear red socks.
Okay. But they're the crew. They're up to the ankle.
Yeah, not the ankle sock.
Or,
You
I
wear
mean, they're
ankle
up to
sock?
the calf.
Yes. No, a little below the calf. They're not up to the calf.
Okay.
You wear yours up to the calf?
I
He's
don't.
shorter than you.
I
They're
don't,
the same socks. that just reach his waist.
I don't believe in socks.
Here we go.
Or shoes.
First up, we've got Where Am I? I'm frightened and confused. Alice in a Mad Tea Party expanded.
So is
Okay.
Alice expanded?
Yes.
Or is
The
this
party,
game?
I think the party's expanded.
expanded.
In a Mad Tea Party expanded. There's
Okay.
more people at the party.
Right.
Party's blowing up.
Yeah.
But Alice still does not know who she is. This is a game you said
Poor
you've
thing.
played, Mike?
Way back a number of years ago, when about 5 was when I first started working for the Dice Tower. I remember we had a version of this, and quite honestly, what got us, because we were all looking at it, to take it out of the box was the tea set.
Right.
There's
It
a
comes
little
with a-
porcelain tea set in there.
Yeah, it's a legit tea set.
Yeah.
You can also get an add-on of a carpet, tiny little carpet,
Yep.
and a tiny little
insane.
table and chairs
Right.
upon which to play the game.
We did not have that. No.
You can also get loose leaf tea, Mad Hatter loose leaf tea, and yeah, I'm very confused by this one. Here's the weird thing. There's a lot of stuff that they showed, but I'm not sure
Right.
how this game works.
So this is why they're calling it expanded, because I think what it was a 2 to 4 player game. If you get both the red and the blue, you can play an 8-player game. I want to say it's so long ago. I should have done a little more remembering, but I think it's a social deduction type game.
Right.
That's what it seemed like.
Yeah, and so it has the hallmarks of social deduction games, but I don't remember what the hook was necessarily. Maybe one player was a Cheshire Cat, and they were the one that was the
Choose.
again, it's been so long ago.
I couldn't even see like a time length it takes either on here.
Well, time is an abstract in Wonderland.
That is
Joey.
true.
It's
I
hard
did
to tell.
see in the video they show you like them arranging the plates and teacups and like it looks so fiddly. It looks so just annoying to have to be, and that's I bet that's 80% of the game too.
Oh, I'm
being
sure.
like, ooh, hee, hee,
Well, also,
look at this.
I mean, like, I don't know anybody personally that is into like dollhouses, like the really fancy dollhouses.
yeah,
I
yeah.
wonder if that's essentially what this is dollhouse furniture,
That's what it seems
dollhouse
like.
tea sets, and if so, I don't know usually what the cost is on those things. So I'm just, as far as the production, which I think is what they're pushing forward, right? I think it's less the game and more look at this stuff.
Right. Isn't it neat?
I don't know if the components are anything necessarily special or if that's like a standard, dollhouse type of a thing.
yeah, maybe. But anyway, there you go. That is Where Am I? And this one's on Backerkit, folks. All right, next up we have Ion Core. A 1 to 4 players thematic sandbox game set in a post-apocalyptic dystopian world.
Yes.
Isn't post-apocalyptic and dystopian, aren't they a little bit?
No.
There's some overlap there.
No. There can be. It depends on.
Calm down over there.
You can have
man.
after the apocalypse, it leads to kind of like a burning out of all that was causing the planet to, and then there's a rebirth, and it's this beautiful, verdant new era after an apocalyptic event. So that wouldn't be dystopian. Dystopian.
I get that. I know what both words mean, but
I don't
nobody
think you do.
describes
I don't think you do.
the verdant, lush, thriving world after an apocalypse as post-apocalyptic because you shouldn't, because it leads to the wrong images in my image machine.
In your head.
Back me up on this.
Hey, I've just played After Us, so they're just monkeys in that one.
You're picking no team?
Yes.
Picking no team.
You are spineless.
I'm being very pedantic.
I'm
You're
doing
right. Almost always post-apocalyptic means, this type of a dystopian world.
I know you don't need one for the other
Yeah.
in either direction here.
Yeah,
It can be dystopian without the apocalypse having happened, and you
Right.
can be a post-apocalyptic and it be, a utopian setting.
Yeah.
The point being, it seems a little, pedantic, for lack of a better term.
Yeah.
But the game looks amazing.
I do love the look of this, and I do love the theme, quite honestly.
The
I was
sandbox.
being
I love sandbox
sarcastic.
style.
No,
games.
I do like the look of the game.
You do?
I do. I like-
I'm glad.
This one,
Yeah.
the minis in reality, the pictures of them look better than the renders, which is a rarity.
Right.
The renders, I was like, not much detail. They show the painted ones below. I'm like, okay, those look pretty nice.
Right. I'm going to be very clear. There's no project this week that I would actually consider
Here it comes. Wow.
exciting. Right?
Wow.
But this one, at
Shots
least, I like the
fired.
look of it. I like the look. I like the color palette. I like the theme. I don't love the board. The board throws me off quite a bit. It's kind of off-putting, honestly. It's just a bunch of hexes. Of course, you put things overlaid on it. But this looks more like a space combat game, and that's not what I want. When I hear sandbox, I assume it's not a space combat game, but it sure looks like it.
Right.
This one seems to lean into combat a bit.
It does, yeah.
There's some minis.
Sure.
No, you
but
know
not
what
an overwhelming amount.
What I don't like actually is mainly the look. I find every
interesting.
drawing in this game to be really muddy. It has that art style which just feels like it's always perpetually out of focus.
I think, that's a look. I
And
mean,
it's a
you may
style.
not like it.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But like that image,
Yeah,
I
I
just
like
want to
that.
stand up from my old man chair and shout, "Focus!"
That just, to me, that looks like what I imagine it would look like in a nebula. Right, where everything is slightly out of focus and there is color refracting all over the place. And and there's also a little bit of watercolor vibe in there that I like. So it's just
huge
an
into that,
aesthetic thing. You know, some people are going to like it and some people won't.
It seems complex. It seems like there's a lot going on.
It does.
If you want something that's got plenty for you to sink your teeth into, it looks like it'll give it to you. And then you get to see a little more gameplay, moving around, the tile overlays, like you were saying, some card plays, a lot of manipulation
Tracks,
of moving parts.
Upgrades. You got monsters in there showing up.
There's plenty going on. I don't think I made it down to where the minis are painted, though, I'll say. Where is that,
Thought I
Joey?
saw them down there.
Oh, did you? I didn't get that far.
Joey, you're full of crap.
No, they're there. Keep going.
That's the thing.
Actually,
Joey's
probably already
main thing
passed
is always looking at minis. That's really, it makes sense.
it. Wait, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm now second guessing.
Yeah. Are you?
No.
How's that?
Go back up. Was that them?
No.
No. What? No.
No, that wasn't it.
Yeah, what
All
are you
right.
doing, Joey?
Joey,
what?
you're full of crap.
They're there somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Promise.
Okay.
You know what? I'm getting less and less confident.
I got to tell you, if I'm scrolling this far to look, I ain't looking.
You know what? Depends on what browser you're on. They show up on mine. I'm using
You're on AOL.
Internet Explorer. Yeah,
Not
well,
working. Anyway, moving on. We have Epic Playmat Tubes, Master of the Elements.
We've had projects like this
We
before,
have.
right? Like
We have.
exactly like it. I thought it was stupid then, but now I think it's
ahead.
stupid.
I will say,
Wow.
I'm sorry,
so this is a 3D. You're getting STLs. You're getting printable, 3D
You are.
printable files that you can. I don't know how it works. You plug them into your 3D printer,
Yeah,
and
sort of.
you send your 3D printer an email. Please print this, and then it starts to like excrete this.
Yeah.
How does 3D printing work exactly?
I was letting you just go and muddle.
Help
that.
me out.
Okay, so pretty much.
Explain how to extrude.
But what the? These do print multicolor. First of all, those are painted. Those aren't like
Those are
multicolor.
definitely painted.
Yeah, so they'll never look that good even with a multicolor printer. They do mention on here, I got a new 3D printer, by the way, that I will actually use. Wait, I know, I've already got like 3. But here's the thing. This is
You already
supposed
got
to be
3 what?
3D
Printers.
printers. This is the new
Oh,
one.
I
is-
don't care how many 3D
The
printers
new
you
one
have.
just
You're a
like
grown man.
prints. But these, again, I've got the little yoga mat thing on the back of like the door that you can slide them in.
Yes.
So this, I think it's neat if you have like a nice little game room, but it's all about
I
picking like that.
just love the image of Joey walking into Lululemon
Oh, they knew.
to
They're
pick
like,
out a yoga holder for his game mats is hilarious. to
They
me.
knew.
Yeah.
They were like,
oh,
gamer?
You
I'm like,
haven't
I
seen
am.
Downward Dog in many years, sir. Turn around and go that way. Let me direct you to the Panda Express.
Aww.
I do love Panda
Joey.
Express.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
You know, there's an Orange Leaf yogurt, and there's also an Orange Theory Fitness, right? So I walked into Orange Theory because I thought it was Orange Leaf yogurt. So I walk in, and there's just a lady sitting there. I'm like,
I'm in the wrong
What an enormous mistake.
Right.
Oh my
I thought I was getting a cool yogurt. I'm getting a hot yoga. No. Yeah. Look, I'm not talking necessarily specifically about this project because they look nice.
They do.
I just think the
Because
whole
they're painted
concept
really
of
well.
it to me
I
is
agree.
stupid. That's just me.
I bought the
I love
big.
this right here.
Yeah.
Has this ever happened to you?
It is
Not
no.
in my yoga class. It doesn't.
Look
No.
at that. Yeah, you're just not trying at that point.
No.
Look at this. Oh,
Oh.
no.
Wow. Okay.
Look, I like
It
the
is-
modularity of this. I think it's cool. It looks neat. If you have
Yeah.
like 2, 3 playmats,
Right,
yes, that's
right.
cool. You can 3D print this. Do something with your 3D printing that's, it's probably gathering dust anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This is cool. it's way over the top, but it might be a neat do-it-at-home kind of project.
Sure,
It
sure,
is.
sure,
And I mentioned 3D print only. It's a bamboo P1S. They actually mentioned that in there, that printer to print the
Wait.
multicolor.
You have the B1S?
No, you know what?
You have the bamboo B1S?
P1. But holding
P1S? No,
P1.
not even the B. You got the P1S.
The P is better,
Did you
yeah.
hear that?
They
What
show the
a flex.
multicolor, is what I'm
I've
saying.
got the bamboo P1S.
But they... Somebody asked which one. But these...
I should look it up right now.
The multicolor ones don't look as nice as these painted ones. That if they look like that, I would think about it. 'Cause
Yeah.
those look really nice.
You
Right,
can
yeah,
do
right.
that, though. You can paint them.
Yeah,
anyway,
not that
moving
well.
on. Well, yes, you can. All right,
really
let's look
nice.
at Merlin Deluxe Big Box Edition and Finish Line.
This is the one. Have you guys played it?
no,
This
which
is-
one?
I've heard it's one
I
of the
looked it
worst
up.
games
No.
of all
Tom
time.
gave it a 1.
Yeah.
Finish Line.
Yes.
He gave it a 1.
Because I was like, I know I've seen it before, so I
Yeah.
went back and he gave it a 1.
Yeah, it was
I would like to
apparently
try it.
terrible. I have not played it, I have to say. But I have played Merlin, and I have seen it on the 17 other Kickstarter projects
I
it's been a
know.
part of
Sure.
over the years. What I'm a little confused with, though, is that this is not Queen, although it's a Queen product.
Right, it's Mowgli distribution.
So is this strictly for a German audience?
I
But
think it's
in
for
dollars,
a
right?
European audience, I want to
Okay.
say. Because they've got
Okay.
Alhambra Family and Friends,
Yeah.
the Nova Roma International Edition.
I see.
Oh, wow.
And then these, which are not even Queen. So
right.
No.
I'm guessing they're licensing Queen games
Yes.
and putting them out in, I don't know, Europe.
Yeah, no, I'm betting that we could not get it delivered here, this project.
I bet not,
Yeah, okay.
Anyway, there you go.
Yeah.
Hey, Merlin's a very,
I want to go
well-regarded
with that. I never
game.
played it.
I didn't love it, but yeah.
I played it. I didn't really like it either. And
Yeah.
it's from two designers I like,
Yeah.
Stefan Feld and Michael Rainek. But I did not care for it. However, if you want to get into it, and I assume they'll ship to you where you are in the world,
Right.
then it's one to check out. It's not really blowing the doors off.
No.
Yeah.
But if you don't, that woman on the right is going to judge you.
She's going to
Padme?
stare into your soul.
That's Padme, who's made a lot of bad choices later in life.
Had me after a rough weekend.
I didn't think Padme would turn out like this. Did you see her in the yearbook? It doesn't look anything like this.
Most
All right.
likely to work at Queen.
Click a tree.
Let's talk about Click a Tree, Joey.
Let's
Yes.
do
It's
this.
The new game from Uwe Rosenberg.
Yes.
Yep.
It doesn't really look or feel like one of his games from the little bit I gathered here.
Right. It's got a very cool story behind it.
It
though.
does.
I
It
like
does.
that.
It does.
So it's I forget how it plays exactly, but they're partnering. How does it go, Mike?
So I guess this click a tree is it pick a tree that's the actual foundation?
I
This
don't
is a partnership
know.
with
Yeah.
a foundation
Right.
that is basically about restoring trees, getting safety, saving trees and helping them propagate and grow. But
Yeah,
so,
the game was like inspired
Yes,
by
this-
a new pursuit
right.
in agriculture. I forget what the name is, but I actually went down a rabbit hole and
Right.
looked it up. In which the idea is to have trees planted the way nature would do it, so that the shade of one actually
Right.
helps the other. It's sort of you are pursuing agriculture in a way that nature would do it. Is the
Right,
idea, and I
right.
guess Uwe Rosenberg liked that, wanted to partner with that pursuit, and then made this game kind of about that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I think it's a particular African country that they were doing this research in. Yeah.
So the game looks neat. It just doesn't really look like one of his games, is what I was saying. You
Doesn't
know?
it have a little bit of a mechanic that's similar to the patchwork thing where you go around a market of tiles around the outside, or did I get that confused with another new Uwe that's coming out? Because he's got several new games coming out.
It has
actually.
this
think there's
thing
that
where you're
track as you go
moving.
up.
For you to move up the track,
Right.
you need to satisfy special conditions.
Okay, yeah,
is
yeah,
what
yeah.
it is.
Okay.
The tile placement itself reminded me a little bit of Coco.
Cacao?
Cacao, not
Yeah,
Coco.
yeah, yeah,
Cacao, yeah, in which you are placing tiles and then you're checking the sides
Right.
for them to trigger off of various things. That's what the sides here do on the sides of the different tiles. And so you're moving up the various different fruits and vegetables there up the track. But if you hit one of these spacers, you need to satisfy that condition or you won't score any more of that.
Got it.
Seems like a small game, too. Pretty straightforward small game.
Yeah, Ghana is where it was. There are some people in the comments, and I get it. They're saying, well, there's a bunch of wooden components in this. But they do explain that in the page. If you are interested, we're not going to go through it here, but you can. I guess I was thinking about that. You can choose the 2 landscape tiles next to a fruit marker.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking that was gave me a little bit of the patchwork vibe. But
it does, right? It's like a cyclical patchwork a little bit. Yeah. So you put them out, you're matching these sides, they're triggering abilities, finishing these tiles. Mm-hmm. It looks neat. It looks pretty abstracted, but it's got a good vibrant look, and I do like the story behind it,
Yeah, he's done a few of these more kind of, like, he did Applejack relatively recently. He's done a lot more of the non-worker placement kind of tile games lately.
To be fair, I've heard that Applejack was not very good. I've never played it.
Not terrific. I didn't love it. Yeah.
This one looks pretty neat. I would not be opposed to giving this one a go.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is Click a Tree. It's a cool name, too.
Yep.
All right, next up, Hearts of Iron, the board game.
Joey.
This one I looked at. I was like, okay, it comes
This
with
looks like a
miniatures,
Joey
standees,
game.
but time frame on it is like
It's 17 hours.
180 to 240. Realistically, I just know it's not going to get played.
Right.
No.
I mean,
it's based on a video game, I guess, which I don't know the video game.
I'm not familiar at all.
Then
you can pause
it's
that.
Steamforged, who is putting this out, and they make really good-looking games.
Yes,
their productions are stellar productions.
Mm-hmm. Right. The games.
But their games aren't always... They feel like they're made for video gamers first.
Right. Yes.
Board gamers distant second. It's like, this isn't for you. Get out of here. Don't come at me talking about mechanisms and game balance. So I don't know where I land with that. Yeah,
that's where I am.
Joey, you're the minis guy. I want your opinion on the scale of these minis that Z's going to show us here in just a moment.
I don't know where I'm scrolling down.
Well, there was one, but yeah, when they start showing,
guy?
No, when they start showing like the minis
on the board.
Okay. You see the scale of the people. I don't know how well you can make it out. Are you talking about
compared to the tank?
I'm talking about just in general because it's not an accurate scaling. Like they're not chibi scale.
Oh, you mean the people look a little big-headed?
Yeah,
you see what I'm
that's
saying?
A bit off.
Right. I don't know how I feel about that when everything else seems super realistic, and then you've got the people that are like their proportion is all off.
They're all torso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if that was a standard thing. I was legitimately asking.
That is not. That's
okay.
I do like the way these minis look. I love that all the tanks are modeled and legit tanks.
Yeah.
The planes look different. Mm-hmm. Everything. I mean, it's not a generic.
They are specific vehicles.
They are. They're not generic at all. They are specific, classes of battleships in this one. The Tiger tanks, P-26s. I like that. I like that it's specific and realistic, Do
they have Joey's bamboo PS1 on there? Or?
You know what? I'm no longer going to talk about it.
What kind of 3D printer is it?
I won't talk about it.
Is it one of the dipstick ones, or is it one of the...
No, here's the thing.
Oh, is it the resin deadly poison
No,
kind?
I stopped doing resin.
Okay.
Just because
you're letting your lungs heal?
Yeah, pretty much.
It does kill you.
It does. Eventually.
Anyway, there you go, folks. That is Hearts of Iron.
Yeah,
none of us are really in the target audience for this.
No, it's one of those that I'm now in that realistic part of life. I think it sounds great, but it will never hit my table at that.
Yeah, it's World War II theme. I mean, it's going to have a built-in audience. I think it's doing quite well.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So.
Yeah. All right, there we go. Next up, let's talk about Redgrass.
Yeah.
This is the Redgrass R9 solo desk lamp.
This right here, I bought my wife. She paints a couple of lamps. One is one like this. The other one's the green stuff, the art. It's just like the circular.
Everyone's looking to Camilla on this. Yeah.
So anyway, I think she likes the arch one because it gets every angle, and lights make a huge difference when you paint.
You can see things.
It makes me sad because I'm like, look good when I was painting over there. And then you showed it there, like,
Yeah, I don't paint, and so I don't have any of this equipment, but I know people who do, and it's always interesting to see the contrast of what you normally see, right?
Right.
Just in a normal. It's like looking at this. If you put this under one of those lamps, it's like, oh my gosh,
Yes. I know.
I'm looking underwater most of my life. It really does bring out things that you just don't see with the naked eye. Seems like.
Yeah.
Right.
This one seems like a nice, simple setup. I like that you can place it on its stand, as you see there, or you can clip it to the side of your space. It has the 2 bars, which they could be angled separately. I'm not sure how useful that necessarily is because they're right next to each other. So it's, you can basically adjust the splay of light if you want, right?
Yeah.
But you could not, say, have one light here and one light here and both focus on the same space because those 2 lights are together. Yeah. So you can spread the angle out, but you cannot do the inverse of that.
Ah.
Still, they look good, and it's portable as well as part of the push here, that you can take all this, fold it up, put it in a sling bag or whatever, and take it with you. I like that.
Sure. Andrew seemed very surprised at the number of lumens. I don't know.
Where are the lumens? I did not see it.
I am
Things
not
like between 6 and 8
knowledgeable
lumens.
enough to know.
Between 6 and 8 lumens?
Yeah.
I believe it
You're
was.
an idiot.
It
Where
definitely
is
said it in there.
Yeah, it's got lumens. It comes with the lumens. You can get more lumens, but it's
Lumens
like an
are
add-on.
included.
Yes.
Okay.
What's happening? Why did I come on?
I don't know.
The more stretch goals, you can get more
There we
lumens.
go.
There we go. Okay,
Where
let's
did
find the lumens.
Yeah, let's just say
Search
12.
for the
Okay, let's
lumens.
see.
1,100 lumens.
That's a lot of lumens,
Is
man.
it?
Do you know what a lumen is?
I
It's
put,
the little
I put
thing
dollar
that-
bills in them.
It's the thing that walks off the edge of a cliff.
That's a lot.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, we both went different directions.
You don't know what a lumen is?
I do.
Lumen.
What
it's
is
like,
it?
It's a measure of light.
Good, based on what?
Space.
It's a candle, you idiot.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
Lumen line. Oh, so it's like horsepower.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
I didn't know that. I learned something new today. How
Anyway,
would
this
you-
seems pretty good.
1,100. That's a lot of candles.
It's a lot of
A lot of
candles.
stinking candles.
Your house is going to catch fire if you turn
You
this
do
light
not.
on.
This is not safe.
No, do not back this.
No, this looks really cool.
Yeah.
I like the look of this here.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
again, if you're looking for a, what is the price on this bad boy?
Oh,
Let
that's
me
a good
see.
question.
I think it's $1 per lumen is usually
143.
the bar. That's cheap per lumen.
in line for a nice high end, I guess,
it?
lamp. I would say.
It's like 10 cents a lumen.
Someone in the chat has this lamp apparently, and they think
Got
it's
this
great.
lamp. It is great, says Kim. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
yeah,
that
it looks
one-
good to me. Camilla would be much more eloquent about it, but you know what? She ain't here.
Nope.
Nope.
Doesn't know about lumens.
Lumen
She's
lime.
not here.
Nope.
I got just a quick 2-word review of this.
It good.
It
good.
good. Ridiculous.
2 words. What am I supposed to do?
You went way past your limit just now.
It's 2 letters next time. Malediction miniatures card game.
Okay.
Seems to be like a oxymoron, right?
This right here was a journey for me. First off, it's the minis are made by Loot Studio, and those guys, as
Whoa,
far as
look at that.
as far as designing the minis, they design STLs, and theirs are like the best.
I was going
out
to say, these
there
are
you
all
can buy.
STLs. There's
They're
no
all
actual
STLs, but you
minis
look at their
here, yeah.
minis. I back them every month to come out with more, but they're like incredible.
You back them every month, Bamboo Man?
It's a Patreon thing. Ask me how many I've printed.
0.
You have a Bamboo
Someday.
STP one
That's
now,
right.
man.
Yeah, if you got the
Come
bamboo,
on,
you're
dude.
wasting the bamboo. You know how many people wish they had
First
your
of all,
bamboo?
I don't print with resin anymore because I don't want to die.
That's right. There is
But
that.
I'm not great at it. But also the whole journey with it too is the fact that I was like, okay, maybe I like the STL, and also you don't need those. They come with standees too. But Tracy Hickman is involved with this, and he's the guy from Dragonlance.
I knew that name, yeah.
And when I read that, I'm like, you know what? That's one of the books that kind of got me into the hobby and all that. So he down here has written, I guess, the history and the story behind these.
Okay.
Which sounds interesting. And again, they mentioned TCG several times in here, and you go to the FAQ, and they have to say, it is not a TCG.
So you have to
Yeah.
go to the TCG FAQ.
Yeah.
PDQ.
Well,
Oh my
there's,
gosh. Yeah, it's pretty
P1S.
darn quick, yeah.
but
Yeah,
but these minis are incredible.
the
They
whole
are
thing
cool.
looks good.
They are cool looking. Yeah.
If this is a rabbit hole down which to fall. You
It
know
is.
what
Down
I mean?
which
It
to
is.
throw Joey's money.
Yeah,
It is.
I like the cards. They're really text
Do you?
heavy.
I was saying, do you like the cards?
I like
don't.
the artwork and I like the cards, but they look crazy text heavy.
Yeah, chapter
the
1.
symbology down the side. Oof.
Yeah,
it
that's a
really
lot.
does look like old school.
It does.
Trading card games.
It does.
Like late 90s.
Mm-hmm.
You can take it. kind of cards. The whole thing has a cool look, but yeah, again, you kind of have to make this your lifestyle game.
Right. Yeah.
What would be like the lowest scale printer that could print an STL like this?
Oh, the whole thing is you can print on a resin printer is like $150, $200. It's just like the post processing because you pull it out.
Right.
If you even actually care about this,
Yeah.
you pull it out and the resin is toxic. You have to then clean it with alcohol and then you cure it with either a UV lamp or you put it outside. And then once you do that, it's fine. But in between that liquid and when you cure it, it's like a toxic thing.
It's like you are holding on to plutonium.
right there. I mean,
Yellow
first of all,
cake.
people that show you how to do it, they have like full masks on and like gloves. I should have done that, but I'm like,
I gotta tell you,
it'll
You
be
just
okay.
used to stick your hand in
No,
there.
I'd wear gloves.
and
But I
then you
wouldn't
blew
like,
on it. He would take it out.
I wouldn't go full hazmat.
he'd use his cereal bowls to hold him in. I'll just wipe this out with some paper towel. It's
He's
fine,
pulling
kids.
he's pulling out his handkerchief.
Hey,
and dab it. Just
He's
dab it
blowing
a
on
little.
it.
Camilla had a resin too. I'm not the only crazy one in the room.
I got to tell you, yeah, the fact that you're not very good at it and almost died on several occasions,
Okay.
it means, yeah, maybe I'm missing the point here.
There are people that are good at resin. printing.
Clearly.
I am not one of them.
Okay.
All right, next up, we have Darwin's Journey.
Yes.
Oceania?
Whoa.
Oceania? Is it
Okay.
Oceania?
I'm taking
Oceania?
over for Tom, guys. Give me a
Yeah.
moment. Oceania.
Oh,
Well, it's a region of
It's
the
a
world.
region. It's a real region.
I'm not sure how to pronounce it, honestly. Oceania or Oceania? I'm not sure. I should know this,
Let's
but
go
I
with
don't.
Oceania.
Let's go with that. Let's go
Wait.
that it's doing almost $500,000
It is
as
doing
an expansion.
very well. Who's
Yeah.
played Darwin's Journey?
I have.
I have not.
You have not?
You're
I
the
didn't
only
like
one.
it.
I haven't played it either, unfortunately.
I liked it. I think I've played it a couple times and that's it. But it's
It looked
it's fine.
heavy.
It's good.
I think
It's
that may be
heavier.
what threw me off.
I mean,
But Simone Luciani, I have played several of his
Right.
games. Yeah.
it's getting a lot of plays at like Dice Tower cons. I see it out a lot, which surprises me.
yeah.
But it's got staying power. There was two Darwins coming at the same time. There was a much lighter one.
Yeah,
That's
in
the
the
one I
footsteps
played.
of Darwin.
That's, and I get them confused.
I do too, yeah.
I mean, in name only, they're nothing alike.
Right.
Right.
Yeah, so this one seems to have the expansion here. A whole lot of new stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to get newly designed island maps here. You unlock new things. You have, I guess, new buildings that weren't part of the previous
Right.
one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's very modular. I mean, it
Yeah.
looks good. I like the game. I haven't gone back to it, but
I would
love
absolutely
it.
play this.
You would like it. You
I
would
think
really
I
like it, I
probably
think.
would like it, quite honestly. I think that this is Thundergriff's by far their most acclaimed release.
yes,
I think so.
Yeah.
They come up with a lot of stuff that sort of comes and goes.
Right.
This one
is their
seems
big
to
hit.
have had some staying power.
Yeah.
yeah, this is one you should definitely play. I think
It's
you'd
just
like
one
it
that
a
I've missed. Yeah, I would absolutely play it.
And it looks like a lovely production, too,
It
if you're
does.
getting it here
Oh.
from the Gamefound. Is this Gamefound? Yeah.
Yeah.
Kickstarter? Kickstarter.
Is it Kickstarter?
They
Yeah,
have
I don't
these
know.
little rubber wax seals that remind me of the Tidal Blades fruit.
Yeah, the
it's just,
squishy
they're
fruit.
So that's like my favorite part. It's like they
I'm
feel
assuming
so
that's
good.
with the deluxe edition, but
Yes,
yeah.
yeah. But the production quality is great on
All
this.
right, I do need
Yeah.
to try this at some point. I'm assuming we have it in our library.
Yes, yeah,
Sure we do.
We do.
All right, next up we have
evolved,
got
though.
Lost Lumina.
How many lumens have you lost?
11.
1100.
It's
I
like a
lost-
box of candles.
I lost all 1,100 of my luminas. Let's go get that lamp. and
Lumina
find
is
them.
actually it's like the female candle.
La Lumina.
La Lumina. Lost Lumina here is a very small game. I was surprised by that more than anything.
Yeah, it is.
You
But-
know right here from the price, it's $24 or 19,
Mm-hmm.
whatever that symbol is. Get dollars.
It's a yen, I think.
You're just upsetting people now.
19 L's. 20-minute game though.
Yeah, very quick game.
And from Dronda or
Dron-
Dranda, who brought
Yeah.
the Explorers of Navoria. I wonder, did they bring this from somewhere, or is this like in-house developed?
I don't know. They
Yeah.
have a few things here. I'll
You
click
also
on 'em.
like their Pioneer rails, right?
I do. Actually, a lot of their stuff I like. Olive Trains I haven't played, but I've heard good things. Pioneer Rails is great. Novoria is great.
Yeah.
That Mutagen
is that out
game
yet?
was... No, that was my pick of the week.
Right.
Yeah.
The week we featured it here.
Yeah,
and
it looks good.
I got to see it at Essen. It looks great.
Yep.
So here's another game, same company, neat concept in which you are fighting. It's like a small area control game in which you are fighting for little spaces on the board. You are going to be playing characters either for their ability or to let you roll more dice, I think is what it is. And then you roll dice. You add to the strength only the highest one you rolled. So it's not like you're obliterating the opponents by the die roll. It just gives you more chances to roll better dice. But you can still whiff. And I like that system. I like that way of kind of evening the odds there. And that's sort of it. Like you said, 20 minutes, maybe.
crazy.
Quick little thing.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know we've said this before, but that comment, finally, a game with anthropomorphic animals. it is a thing. It really is. It really is a thing.
That is definitely true.
It's safe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm digging the look of this. The one thing that I'm fairly certain this is what this is, and I appreciate, is across the bottom of every card, there's 5 little dots.
Yeah.
And the one highlighted, I think, is the phase of the turn
that's
in which
nice.
That's true, I would
you
love
can
that.
play the card.
I would love that.
I think that's what that is. If so, yes, good.
I
I
agree.
want that kind of visual aid.
Cute little screen printed meeples, like, they had that in Novoria as well. So
Yeah, here we go. So, you got the little dudes you're deploying. They fight. You play cards and they fight. And you're rolling some dice and removing the losers. Also, the dice look super weird in this.
Yeah.
They're like sparkly, translucent dice.
Yeah, this looks good, and it looks like a heck of a deal, too, for what you're getting.
agree.
Yeah. I like the company a lot, so I'm looking forward to it. All right, next up, we've got one more here before we jump into silly things. This is Teotihuacan City of Gods Deluxe Master Set. Second print.
Yeah, they've done this before. And
It's
it was
a
so
mouthful.
popular. Yeah.
All right, so this is, if you are a huge fan of Teotihuacan, this is, the one to get. Because I don't know if I would necessarily jump into this game
Yeah.
not knowing I like it. It's a lot. You're getting a tremendous amount of game here. I've seen this box in person. It's a honker.
It's huge.
It's a big boy.
I remember when they had it on display at Essen before it released, and I'm like, that's not a final box, right? And that was the final box.
It's almost as big as a bamboo PS1.
Almost.
Have you played Teotihuacan?
No.
I've played it.
I've played it.
I know.
played it as well now. Do you guys like it?
I liked it okay. It's
liked
very
it.
complex.
Yeah, but I never, ever wanted to go beyond, because this is one of those games where it has some pre-printed things on the board, and then if you want to add variety, they give you a bunch that you can lay over as overlays.
Okay.
I never wanted to go past the pre-printed
base?
stuff.
Really?
To me, that was plenty brain burning.
Yeah,
like
I agree.
didn't need, and this also had multiple expansions. To me, it was like the base game was heavy enough that I might want to play it a couple times a year at most. You know.
Okay.
So. And it's
I've
been a
not
while.
tried this. I want to try it.
It's
Again,
also
people are playing it.
it's got that cool thing in the middle where you're
Yes.
building a pyramid, a ziggurat or whatever.
Dominoes.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it's neat.
Anyway, there you go. That is all of our board game projects, but we got a couple of silly ones here. Let's jump into that. Maybe not silly. Maybe they're amazing.
These are great.
We've got, for example, the One Box 3.0.
To rule them all.
Ancient Craft wooden storage box.
Yes.
Ancient craft to hold your phone and SD cards.
Here we go. Look at that.
This puts
It
the
explodes.
1.0 to shame.
The 1.0 was just a box.
That's correct.
So in this one, you're getting this sort of deconstructable, I don't know, puzzle box. It looks like
Kinda.
one of those puzzle boxes.
Right.
You put it together to hold your phone, your Fitbit.
Right.
You can write yourself a
Very small
two-word
note.
two-word reminder. It good. Back soon.
Right.
You get this thing to hold pens and pencils.
Wooden ones. Yep.
This part is crazy to me. Like, specifically for
for the little thing that
yeah,
pokes out
that's
your
pretty
SD
cool.
card.
You will lose that.
You
so that's
will
pretty good.
100% lose that. Yeah, and that technology is also obsolete as of tomorrow.
It looks
Yeah.
pretty,
Look, this
pretty
is
cute.
This
It's
is like something you would get at Sharper Image,
Yes.
Brookstone. This is a very niche kind of like gift office. This is for
Right.
you for your office type of a thing.
Yes.
And like Sharper Image, it's probably quite expensive. I actually didn't look at the price,
Well,
but I
look
can't
at this.
imagine it's cheap.
You can also put miniatures near it
Sure.
Yeah,
and dice within it.
Yeah, you can lay minis
Look
against
at
it.
that, man.
Go to
It
play
doesn't
D&D.
just have to be for boring office
That's
stuff.
correct. How much is this 3.0 run?
What do you think it's going to be? I didn't look either.
I would get.
Gotta
Oh,
be
go
50.
ahead. Go ahead.
50?
I think it's twice that.
You do.
I think it might be 120.
You might be right. It is wood.
I'm going to go between you guys, between 50 and 120. I'm going to
Especially
go.
if it's stained wood, especially. I didn't, again, look into it enough to.
I'm going to go 80. How
okay,
about that?
let's find out. And early
Super
bird doesn't
early
count.
bird,
That stuff doesn't
da-da-da.
count. How much does it
It's
cost?
7. No, that's early
No,
bird
no,
also.
$100.
Super early
That's
bird.
still $100.
What?
Wait, I'm confused.
I think it's because you get 2 sets.
No, it's one or that. It says.
Oh boy.
Oh, what comes to me out?
Yeah, MSRP on this bad boy is $198.
Hello.
Right? 119 for early bird. You should not change your MSRP because it's the early bird.
I also hate early birds.
The early bird doesn't change
What the value.
MSRP of something.
Right.
Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a lot more than I can afford, certainly.
Yes.
No, I
But it
agree.
does have one of my favorite shots this week, which is when he drops these things in here and they go everywhere. Look at that. Blah, 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 blah,
Oh,
blah, blah.
oh no.
There's one that flies off the screen.
Those
You
are
see
attacks,
you see
too.
the one that goes flying off the
Right.
screen over
Yeah.
here on the left side?
Right. It's called
at that.
editing.
Boom.
How about you keep that part out? Yeah.
All right, next up, we've got the Looktech AI
Yes.
glasses.
That's what I'm talking
the
about.
smart glasses that truly know you.
If there's one thing I want in my eyewear, it's I want it to know my deepest, darkest, innermost thoughts. $1 million.
Best part of this, he looks in the refrigerator. Is like, what can I make of my stuff?
I love it.
And-
Yeah. What can I cook?
Yes, and the guy's like, and it's like omelets. I'm like, there are no eggs in this photo. The guy just, the thing just assumes you have eggs. And
You
it's
open
like,
up your fridge. It's like a meal replacement shake and a lemon. What can I cook? Beef bourguignon. What?
I just wanted to be like, open it up and be like, what can I cook? Orange juice. Okay? Let's remove the orange juice from the picture. What can I cook now? Leftover dinner from last night. Come on.
What can I
Oh,
cook
it is.
now?
There it is. Look.
Little
What can I
Caesars.
cook?
look at this.
You're right. There are no eggs
no
there.
eggs. There's
Oh,
like-
no. There were eggs behind the
Oh,
butter,
what?
maybe?
Oh, wait. No.
Is that
Oh.
eggs? That's eggs back there.
Are we sure that looks like butter to me? Are the
Behind
eggs in the cabinet?
Also, my guy, you got to switch up your whole fridge thing. What is this? The
That's
veggies
not-
are just out
It's not the
on
most
a shelf.
Not the most efficient use of space, I would say.
Like,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you can.
Guy.
You got to get in on some Tetris, man. Look
Also,
at this.
He doesn't
that's
believe in
That
milk.
one piece of carrot that's diagonal
Right.
is just destroying your
yeah,
space.
and that corn on the cob can feed an entire village of people.
Oh man, yeah, that's
That is amazing. You can cook an omelet with
Okay.
broccoli and carrots. I wonder if it's always an omelet with whatever it sees.
You could cook an omelet with Sprite.
what can I make? Takeout.
Yeah, Little Caesars.
I
Now
want to-
look, I mean, I don't know. It does some interesting things as far as like being able to take like very high quality video and audio. I don't know. Maybe this is really where society is going to be headed soon
I thought that 5 years ago with Google
with
Glasses.
Google Glass, and it
That
never.
didn't do so well, yeah.
Yeah.
But now you see Ray-Ban has theirs now.
Do they?
They have
Look,
smart Ray-Ban, like
really?
$250, and I'm like,
250?
okay, that's not bad for Ray-Bans, and there's
No.
smart Ray-Bans you'll like the same price.
Look, I'll give them this. They're pretty small glasses.
And they're actually nice looking glasses.
yeah, like they're not that bulky. I've
Right.
seen this kind of thing, and it's just
But put
people
lenses
look
in there.
ridiculous wearing in the entire contraption.
He
That's
doesn't-
pretty good.
He doesn't have lenses in there, which it's like I know you,
You don't
need
want
them.
lenses,
Yeah,
man.
you
This-
got to put lenses in
it's smart enough to fix your eyes.
there. It's
Hey, Memo, give me eye surgery while I sleep.
Yeah. Memo, can you make my eyesight poor? Now you need lenses.
What can I cook with these eyes?
It sprays acid into your eyes. Now you need lenses. Fart pedal, dropping a deuce.
All right, let's talk about the fart pedal number 2. It's clearly we've had the fart pedal in the past.
We've covered
have.
the fart pedal in
Yes.
the past. Yes.
But now they're coming back with the number 2.
yes.
And now, finally, I really thought this was part of the original. I cannot believe it has pitch tracking.
Pitch
Are you kidding
tracking.
me? Are you telling me that before the fart pedal number 2,
Right.
it didn't matter what note you played, it just played a fart sound?
It played a fart
come on.
all at the same pitch, which is a little boring, right? If you want to, if you want to hear farts melodically, and I know we all do, you want to have the full spectrum of the melodic nature of them.
But then you can switch back and forth on the wet and
BS
dry
thing.
toggle.
Yeah, no,
Huh?
the wet dry. that is major technology.
That's wild.
You can have the arid, you can have the swampy, right?
Ugh.
You want to have both at your
Swamp
disposal.
butt, baby.
And you see the lady playing the harp that it scares her. She's like, it's like she's trying it out.
I
And then she
know.
hits it, and she's like,
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
great. Well, she does play a harp, to be fair. Anything would startle her.
I will tell you the funniest part is when you play a beautiful intro.
Oh, I
and
know.
then you cut to the fart like they have Stairway to Heaven. I was thinking how great would it be to start with Blackbird. Blum, 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 blum. Blackbird singing in the dead. Oh, you know, that would just be great.
So ridiculous.
Yes.
Mike, are you backing this?
I have several. I do have a guitar and I do have a pedal.
But-
I don't know that I have the technical skills to take full advantage of the
No.
fart pedal. I feel like I would be wasting the technology.
this is
It's not cheap either.
it's not.
$225. I get it for a piece of tech. That's okay.
Right, and it sounds like he kind of like hand made this pedal, like, or at least the components, right? I'm sure
Yeah.
it's getting mass produced, but
It's pretty goofy stuff.
It really
it
is.
has an audience.
You can
I'm
get those
sure.
glasses for that price.
You'd rather have the glasses
I
than
would
the
rather-
fart
I
pedal?
don't think it's
You
quite
would rather
actually. I don't think it's made its goal yet. It has not. Okay.
It has not. All right, next up and final, we have something that's not doing very well. Be gentle, gentlemen. This is doing horribly. This is ColdCrunch, the world's greatest cereal spoon.
Hey, before we watch the video, go down to what he drew, the schematics.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see.
All right, so this guy, first of all, it looks like a college kid. He wanted $27,000.
I do too.
He's at $105 right now.
Sure.
Go see
So
his
let's
schematics.
watch the
Hold on.
video
Wait,
first.
schematics first. You got to see his idea. Oh.
Okay, so here he is. He's going to talk about how
He is picking the best cereal. I will
he's
give him
got
that.
the
Oh, yeah, he
cereal.
is.
This is how he makes cereal. And then he says, then he has a bite and he goes, look, this is the best bite. I just had the best bite.
Yeah.
From now on, cereal sucks.
That's right. Yeah. That's
No
cereal's
more. No more.
already
So
way
here's what I
past.
did. I invented a thing where I attach a device to my
gallon
jug
of
of milk with a hose that feeds my. It's basically he made a Swiffer wet jet
Yes.
with a spoon on
He
the
did.
end.
Look how long it takes him to get that bite, though. He'll do it, and then
Look, yo,
Oh,
you
I told you.
gotta get the milk. It's
You
like
gotta
it's a
pump-
long hose.
You got to pump the milk. You got to siphon
here we
the milk.
go.
Here we go.
So he
Ready?
does the thing now.
Yeah.
He is like Mad Max in the desert trying to get
Give
the
it a
last
second.
guzzling.
push the button.
Okay, he's waiting.
Look
Yeah,
at-
and
there
now.
it is. Oh,
now,
yeah.
Right.
Thumbs up, baby.
Yes.
And now every bite is the perfect amount of crunch, okay?
Also, I really do like being physically attached to my
Oh, yeah.
utensils too.
If you have a family
at
of
all
4,
times.
you
Yeah.
need 4 gallons of milk for everybody to eat their cereal
Look
every
at
morning.
this.
I do like the big exposed battery up there too.
So-
It's a
so
prototype,
That's
man.
adverti-
He's a
advertising.
Rayovac man.
Yeah, that's true.
Where's the schematic?
Right
oh,
there.
we
Look
go.
at that. Look at that. How?
The specs are just like,
Right.
this is where the cylinder part goes.
Yeah, that's right, look.
And this is the wobbly hose part.
That's right. Look.
What?
Okay, I've got an idea. Now just go with me here, right? This is going to look really, really complicated, but you've got to follow me.
Uh-oh.
Here's my dream. And he lays this out on the table.
You get it? We get it.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Yeah, so you've got a piston attached to a spoon. Yeah, look, it's
I love it.
I admire his pluckiness, his bravado, and I admire his choice of fruity pebbles. Beyond that, I think I'm out.
I love the sketch.
Isn't that great?
It's like, what's in here, bro?
Also, I wasn't aware. were you aware that every spoon is 4.5 inches? I never knew that.
I didn't either.
There's a standard spoon size, and
It's
that's
the perfect.
That's the spoon for this thing. It's 4.5
It's the perfect size for perfect cereal. That's
Right.
what it is.
So 21 inches, right? That means that at any given point, if you're using this item, you have to be within 2 feet of a gallon of some milk source.
Yes.
You must always be within 2 feet of a milk source. Now, I do that already just as a matter of course. But, I mean, here you've got no option. You're going to be in and amongst milk at all times.
My goodness.
Does this work for almond milk?
Ooh, I bet it does. It might gum up the works. I
Right.
don't know,
You
actually.
know how long it would take you to eat a bowl?
Also, how do you clean this sucker out?
Clean.
Clean.
Do you think you
Come on.
stick it in like water and run it?
No, it's like a wok.
Then you can
You're
use it like-
seasoning it. The more you use it and the more cereals that go through
Oh,
it,
man.
you're seasoning it, right?
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
See, if he sold it as a cereal spoon / water pick,
Yes.
then it might work. When you're cleaning it, you stick it in your faucet,
Yeah.
you tighten the nozzle, and
Right.
then you clean your teeth.
And then you're kind
And
of
you're cleaning the tube.
right, and you're kind of abrading them too because you still have some fruity pebbles in there. So you're like sandblasting your teeth.
And then the milk and the cereal will stick to it more effectively next time.
It will be it's like a permabond. I love that.
Permabond your cereal.
Space age technology.
You just want those
All right,
multi-use.
folks, there we go. That's all the projects. Before we go to our picks of the week, we've got a couple of picks of the week from Tom and from Camilla. Let's check them out.
All right, now y'all know I got some buzzwords here. You know, thematic, sandbox, post-apocalyptic, put all those together, and of course, Ion Core is my pick of the week. I love this idea of the exploration and building up your individual captains with a little bit of combat against each other, attacking each other, set in a post-apocalyptic kind of seascape, so you don't know what like monsters are going to come into play. This one really has me intrigued, not just with the world it's kind of built here, but also the kind of tech tree building up nature of the game. So I'm super intrigued by Ion Core and look forward to seeing it coming out.
So what is my pick of the week? That's right. I mean, I got to pick our project. Support Dicetower.com. Gamefound project. Look at this Mothman. Tina outdid herself on the art for this project. You can get this guy. You can get stickers. We have all sorts of things. And I'm asking you just to consider this. If you like this show, if you like watching us talk about other crowdfunding projects, we put this out almost every week over the course of a year. And so if you want to see more of that and more of our top 10s and stuff, our Gamefound is essential to keep us running. So consider going there. If nothing else, you can just support it. But if you want to get some cool promos and other things, it's definitely worth checking it out. Right, Mothman? I don't really know what sound Mothmen make. Oh, you're so cute.
Oh, my.
That took
Good
a
way
turn
to
I
end.
didn't
I
expect.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Moth love. All right, guys, I need to get this image off of my screen. Coming back to that real quick. Looks like something else. All right, picks of the week.
Joey
Who wants to go?
first?
Joey,
Initially, I was
who wants
thinking
to go?
I like the Malediction thing until you showed me the cards. I'm like, those cards are really.
Well, did anybody pick the one Camilla picked?
I originally
I
did, and I
almost did.
changed my pick.
Okay, all right.
By
all right.
watching this, but
I
going through
certainly
these
did
again.
not.
I do like Camilla's choice. That was going to be my choice.
Yeah,
All
that was
right.
my initial one, but then I went to the Lost Lumina.
Yep, put me up there too.
Yeah, because I'm
Ooh.
like,
Just going
This
through
is,
this more, this is the one that I was like, you know what? This has more going on than I thought I did. Than
This
I thought
is
it
a
did.
three-way crossover.
Hello,
guys.
Lost Lumina.
Yeah, it's mine too. I don't know if that speaks a lot to the other things, or
Maybe, but
maybe this game really is just standing out to us. But
yeah.
I get it. Look, I get the whole anthropomorphic animals. Enough of this stuff. I understand.
Yeah.
This company is making great little games.
That's what changed it over. I was like, you know what? Yeah, Navoria was a banger. The other ones that they're doing look really
Yep.
good.
Yeah,
so.
man. I want to check this game out. It seems like my kind of thing.
$25.
I agree. It just and 20 minutes for that. It looks so good.
Yeah, I think what it was also is that it looked interesting enough, but then I'm like, man, you're getting all of this for $25.
Yes,
It's like a
that's the
really
thing.
good
It's a good
value.
deal.
Yeah.
All right, there we go. Yeah, that's it. That's our pick of the week for all three of us, folks. Lost
crazy.
Lumina. I was going to get the Milk Destroyer, but it's still in
What's
the
that
prototype
schematic?
phase.
I forgot how it's made.
How does it work? Let me see. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
I
one more time.
understand
Yes,
now.
yes. Yeah, you need one of these after you sandblast the top of your mouth with Captain Crunch.
You'd need.
You know how that you've eaten Captain
Oh,
Crunch.
yeah.
Oh,
It
I've
will
sandblasted
It'll wreck
tear
you.
up the roof of your mouth.
All right, everybody, that's going to do it for us today. Make sure you come back tomorrow for Smorgasbord in the morning.
And
Top 100 games of all time twice tomorrow.
we're
looking
getting the
at
good games tomorrow.
It was a 30 through 21.
Correct.
Yeah.
20 through 11.
Yes, so that Friday we can have our 10 to
The
1.
top 10
Yes.
Of all time.
of
all
all
time.
time.
Not really.
Yeah, of all time, Joey. And I think that's it. We got
Yeah.
more videos and all that jazz, of course,
yeah.
coming at you. Make sure, again, you check out that Gamefound, support-tower.com. But for now, we're going to go ahead and get out of here, and we will catch you on the next one. My name is Z Garcia.
I'm Joey Evans.
I'm Mike Delisio.
Have fun eating cereal correctly.
Yum.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for that video. If you haven't yet, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hey, make sure you check out what's happening, where I'll cover an app on an iOS or a Switch device, and you can check it out along with me. Thanks very much. You've been watching The Dice Tower.